What is going on, Knuckles fam? It's your boy Knuckles. Coming at you another video of Nani episode. We're discussing anime that we're currently watching, and we're talking about Gachiakuta, episode 4. And I gotta say, man, Rio, Rio, man, I like Rio. I like Rio. I just say this episode is mainly more about her, honestly. Um, like she was the star of this episode right here. But before we get into that, we're gonna see how Rudo is introduced to the cleaner headquarters, and we do meet the one black girl I was interested in seeing is Semiyu. She can actually like see your kinetic vision, like she can see your potential, right? And I think we were all thinking to ourselves, okay, but times with Tsuru's potential, she's gonna see something where she haven't seen before, right? And so she does get a good look at him, and she's just, in a way, shocked a little bit. She's like, physical, he's fine, but he still has a long way to go because he wants to be, that guy. And so that was it. But like, Engine looks better, and he's like, I think she saw something else. There's more to what she's telling us. And I believe that, and I believe that too. Like, there's more than what our girl is telling us, right? And so Angie's like, pretty much showing Rudo around the headquarters. There shouldn't be any other people here. So let's see if we can talk to the boss. Well, before they talk to the boss, goes to this one room and there's a bunch of cleaners in there. And I'm like, oh dang, no introduction, no nothing. It's like, okay, bye. It's like, well, damn, like we ain't gonna know anybody's characters. I mean, I know it's a lot of characters, but it's like, well, damn, like they just went in there and left right there. I'm just like, okay, cool. And so they were gonna actually meet the boss, and Ruda was gonna be asking a lot of questions. And he's like, no, 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 you better go in there and do some dumb shit. So please do not do that. Do please just relax, chill, okay? Like it's not because we're here with him because he's so powerful. It's because we trust him. You know what I'm saying? That's the best power of all. Honestly, it's the trust right that we have with one another. But yeah, please don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid, real. Like we can't afford you to be doing some dumb shit. Don't do that, please. You know what I'm saying? And so, unfortunately, the boss is actually not there. And so, while he's not there, we're gonna take Rudo on a little adventure. A little training exercise, you per se, right? It's like, okay, just watch me. You learn. You can learn. It might not be a whole lot, but you just learn as you go along on this adventure. And so they were, talking about, like polluted zones and no man's land. And so pretty much, there could be a terrible polluted zones where there could be no man's land, and where landed was a no man's land. People tend to die pretty fast in no man's land because there'd be some trash beats there, and like the name says it all because there's no man's land. There's trash beats there. The air, like it's hard to breathe down there. And so we saw on the second episode, Rudo, like despite him not wearing a mask, he was still able to, like, maintain for a little bit long, kill those trash beats with, breathing in that intoxicated air right there. So it's like, yeah, Rudo, knows a thing or two about No Man's Land. So yeah. And so like I said, Rio is gonna take our guy through a little bit of a train exercise per se, right? And so while they're getting ready to, do the little train exercise, Rito does admire, all like, the trash. I just can't wait, to tone it up, make it look good. And, listen, trash is very valuable in this anime, where it might look like, garbage, it can be valuable to somebody else. So I do like the fact, really is admiring, like all the stuff that he sees. And so when they're in, their little training thing, there's a couple of trash beats that come here, start, attacking the place. And Rio's like, aren't you freaked out right there? Like, like, come on, man. Like, there's a bunch of treasures out there. She's like, oh no, it's fine. Like, Rio was just chill. Rio was cool to then. And then more treasures showing up, the more treasures showing up. And she's like, and Naruto is like, how are you not freaking out all the time like this? And, Rio's like, the one thing about being a cleaner, one important thing, is always be chill and always relax. Because, Angel was chill when he was fine, but it's like Rio is just always just chill no matter. Always like, oh, yeah, it's nothing. You just gotta relax. You just gotta chill. I'm like, what you smoking on? What you smoking on, Rio? What you smoking on? She's like, yeah, it's just gotta be chill and relax. It's like, okay, chill. I said, next, bang, this big ass trace was coming there. It's like, And she was like, "Oh my god, now I'm excited right now." It's like she like Rita was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" But Rio's like, "Oh hell yeah!" So that way I actually get to see Rio's violent interest, it uses her scissors. Turn these little scissors turn into these big ass scissors, right? But what's so interesting about these scissors is that she's using her legs, using her feet. No one use scissors, clippers, use your hands. She's just using her feet. Like she's doing some Tuan Quan Do on this shit right there. Like she is like killing these things right there. So when it was quitting time for her right there, yeah, she was in the mode. She was in that zone right there. Like it's almost like she's chill, having fun, but it's almost like that demonic crazy side. But it's not like it's the chill, silent type of demonic side of her right there. She was like having a lot of fun, like a little bit of evil, but like not like it was more of a chill vibe with that shit right there. It was pretty cool. I said it was awesome, and so you know there was a tragedy that was almost gonna kill one of our other people, one of the supports, but Rito does save him, but it doesn't look like he doesn't know how to control his powers just yet because his Vajraman, did this little spider web thing, but like he doesn't know how to control. He's still like doesn't know what's going on or anything. But Rio does save him, and so like I said, Rudo kind of seems like he's a burn right there. He doesn't see any value in the team right there. That's he tries him, so they can like in a way trust him. But also in the part of this episode where it's like, in the battle between those trash beats, things starts crumbling down. Riddle like is once he's getting ready to die, like it's like he's kind of like, dang, I can't wait to find the bastard to put me through this shit right there and here I'm gonna die. And this bastard's like, no, 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 you're gonna be living for something. You better stay alive right now, motherfucker. You better be staying alive. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, oh yeah, the one support guy, it's Salem Strong right there. They don't have powers, but but they still, they still put away right there. They still put away. But uh, Rio is actually, fighting that big ass trash piece right there. Just have us, see your scalp chirp, getting your haircut. Oh, look at that, nice and clean. He's like, oh, what's this? Oh, I found your sweet spot. I'm like, God damn, Rio, like real crazy, yo. Like Rio's cute, but like I said, she's got that little crazy side to her. Like they said, she's chill, but it's like time's always the challenge you gotta watch out for. So it's like, yeah, don't let Rio get excited because when she gets excited, man, good luck to you. Good luck to you. But she is able to destroy the trash beats, but a vital instrument was right there, which is very interesting because I believe the treasures are made through anima, but this one there was a violent instrument right there, and that was like, oh, how's that possible? But I guess we'll find out in the next couple episodes. But the episode ends, one of those guys from episode two, the people that were trying to sell really because he's a spear right. He wakes up and then we see somebody like, tell me more about that spear right kid or whatever. So it's like, yeah, a little bit of a claim right there. But yeah, like I said, Rhea was definitely the MVP of this episode. Just seeing her using those scissors with her feet, with her legs, like doing some taekwondo shit, like that was dope. Like that was really cool. Like I said, her little attitude when she's fighting and everything's like I said, she's chill, but she's always staying calm. Like she never lets the moment get to her there. She's like chill at all costs. But like I said, she has that little sadistic side to her right there. So it's like you gotta be careful with Rio though. But Rio's cool though. I like her. I like the little free. Like she was crazy, but she doesn't really show it out loud. From what I've seen from her, but like I said, she's chill though. She's chill. Real cool ass girl. Real cool ass girl. But yeah, let me know what you think of this episode right there. What do you guys think about Rio? Because I just feel those Rio is basically the MVP of this episode. But as always, folks, yell me in the comment section, share the video, be sure to follow me on social media accounts and industry spots below. Be sure to subscribe and be part of this family. And always remember what Jake will say, everybody. There is no such thing as life better than yours. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.